Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. So I know it's been a while. Again, it's been a while. Uh, we've had two game sessions in like the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I don't know anymore. Um, First one was introducing our new characters. I am playing. What was his name? I forgot my character's name. It's because there's so many of them. Matthias Beveren. Before I get too far, and fill you in on the game, I am the AMDM Lee. This is my cup of coffee. And my new hat. You like my new hat and my pen? And you're watching Bridgewater Nights Presents, I think. This is good coffee. I don't like this hat. I mean, I like wearing the hat, but I like seeing my beautiful face on the film. All right. So let me fill you in up to date. So, as you know, due to not the last video, but the video before, back on September 26th, that I had 6 views. Yay. That my wife was running the game, and then all of our characters had a TPK. So today, we'll fill you in on what's going on. I'm running a new character. We started off, because the old characters died at level 3, my wife just started us off at level 3. And we're fairly experienced players at the table right now, so starting off at level 3 is not a problem. I went with a cross-class, a multi-classed this character. I did a druid 2 levels and a warlock 1 level, because there was a couple of things in there that I liked at each. But I was like, ooh, this is going to be fun. So I did that. His name is Matthias Beveren. He is a Shadow Kai elf, an elf from the Shadowlands. Which in my realm is actually, you go deep enough in the Underdark and you end up in the Shadowfell. So he was originally from the Shadowfell. Very sickly. Imagine wrestling, but as a druid warlock. And some of you are going to go, wrestling? Who's that? Dragonlance, read some books. Excellent series. He's very much a sickly individual. So anyway, we're going into this town. We get into this town. We find out there's a guard or somebody in our caravan is missing. His name is Greg. Greg is missing. We've got to find Greg. As we're going through town and finding out some stuff, apparently a meteor had hit. And now the local animals are being dangerous. We ended up getting attacked by a pack of just wild dogs in town. And all of these animals had a large yellow glowing crystal shard embedded in their body. We defeated the first pack of animals. We go through and go along, and we've decided we're going to go ahead and check out this crystal shard for the town, because we think this is what's causing the animals to act funny. Because normally, animals that are just any kind of animals are attacking now. Blarder, 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 blarder. On the way there, we run into a guy who's being attacked by wild boars. So I wild shape into a wolf, a very sickly, mangy wolf. I just love the concept of that. I wanted to go cleric of the grave, I wanted to be a druid, but there wasn't any druid of the graves. I mean, spores are close, but not quite what I'm looking for. but I still wanted the druid aspect, and then I wanted the warlock basically because of what I've got going on in my head, of my head canon. So then we just disperse the wolves. We find out that the wizard is his apprentice, or his servant is also missing. So we're like, all right, we help the wizard get back to his place. We go to the thing. By the time we get there, it's dark. We find this meteorite as a spire coming out of the ground, maybe 15 feet up. And we find passages going underneath it. While we're fighting there, as we're checking it out, we get attacked by these giant insect-looking creatures that proceed to whoop our ass. And there were two of them, and my wife's like, one of them runs away, because it was literally, I was down to like my last 6 hit points. I'm playing the Druid Warlock. We've got Alice is playing a Dunamancer from the Wild Mount Critical Role. We have Klaus. Klaus died, but in game canon, this Klaus is the same Klaus, but he's an Echo Knight version, and he stepped into a dead timeline. It's just brilliant. So my son's playing basically the same character with a similar background and history, except that he didn't actually burn the village down. The accidental arsonist version of him did. But now we have an Echo Knight and a Dunamancer and a Goliath barbarian whose path allows for wild magic surges every time he rages. It's a homebrew thing that was found somewhere. Oh, UA, I believe. So we're going in there. So the first bug takes down the wizard. I heal the wizard up. We're like, okay, my wife running the game is like, all right. So one of the creatures had gone off somewhere. So we traverse underneath this tavern, or this crystal. We find out this thing is embedded deep down. We see another 15 feet of it. So this thing is we now know there's at least 30 odd plus feet of this thing embedded in the ground. We come across this lady who is webbed to a wall. Some dead wolves, one of those insects things. We free her up. She's got one crystal shard in her arm. They won't let me remove it. We go into another room. There's egg sacs in this room. Just hundreds of egg sacs of these insects. What I think has happened is the thing hit, it mutated these insects, and these insects now went out and then started laying a bunch of eggs. I'm afraid that these insects are going to come and destroy everything. So anyway, we go out there, we destroy all these eggs. There's like 6 more of these insects. We get them in a choke so we can take them out easily. We get those out. We find a tiefling who is the apprentice, or the helper of the wizard we're trying to go. And he's got like 3 of these shards, and he's sitting there, standing there going, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. So we knock him out with sleep and proceed to do field surgery removal on this guy. Luckily, I rolled high enough with my medicine check to cut him out. Now, funny thing is, no one in the party has a fucking dagger. So we get the shards out of the guy. I'm using a scimitar to cut him out. We bind up his wounds. I go to the girl and we say, look, you see he's being taken over. That shard that you won't let me pull out is going to take you over. And if it does, we will have to kill you. And just convince her, and I rolled like a 20 to convince her to let me take this thing out of her. She says, okay. So as we've got no more spells to knock anybody out, we've got nothing to knock anybody out. So we're like, here, bite down on this. The barbarian like straddles her, holds down the thing, and he's like, all right, I can just like plunk, knock her out. And we're like, no, we might kill her. We don't want to kill her yet. So as she's sitting there and the barbarian's doing it, and we've got her arms restrained so I can do this with my scimitar. By the way, we also came across a vat of acid right before that, and a big pool of acid. There was something in the bottom, and I wanted to test to see if it was actually acid. So I dipped my pinky into the acid. And then I no longer had a pinky. I took 5 points of acid damage on a finger. So he's now down to 3 fingers and a thumb on his right hand. So anyway, so I'm trying to do this with the scimitar. And as the barbarian's looking, I'm gonna knock you out. Just be okay. I yanked the thing out. I rolled a natural 20 on getting it out. So it was out. She passes out. We wake her up. We bandaged her up. We start going on a little bit further. That's where we ended the game then last night. But it was a lot of fun. It was fun playing again. This Halloween, this Saturday, Sunday, I don't think we're going to continue that game. I'm going to run a Monster of the Week game using the Monster of the Week game setting, which I downloaded the rules last night. I got the book coming in, so I've got the PDF and the hardback. I like the hardback. Reading through the rules, it looks like it's going to be a blast to play, a fun little horror tropey game. I will eventually get back to doing these once a week, and it will probably be, this is going to be a little bit longer video. It will probably be when, after Tasha's Cauldron of Everything comes out. There are a few rules in there I need for the next campaign, which I'm glad. I was like getting ready, and then I heard that was coming. Those rules were coming out in this, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So I'm holding off until at least I get that book so I can do some research. That's all I have for now, I guess. I have been doing a lot more TikToks, so you can check me out on TikTok. I'm at the AMDM. Go figure. Most of it's just stupid stuff. Every now and then it's an actual D&D thing. So, guys, that's all I've got for now. I got a lot of stuff to combine into a little tiny space. Again, that's all I got for now. Thank y'all for watching these videos and sharing them and stuff. I do appreciate it. It keeps my mind when I do them. I should do them more. Sometimes I just get out there and don't know what's going on. That's all I got for now, guys. Like, share, subscribe. If you like the videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like it, click on the share button. Every like's an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to 2nd level. And as always, the AMDM does hereby authorize you, the viewer, to gain 10 experience points for every video that you share. Just tell your DM, the AMDM said so. That's all I got for now. So, go forth and roll some dice.